Yeah. Okay. I'll hang up then. Okay, great. Okay, talk to you later. Okay, little technical difficulties, but we're off and running. So I've logged into the OpenBroadcaster installation we have. This is the one for CJUC radio in Whitehorse. I have administration permissions, so you can see everything that's available to the OpenBroadcaster user as an administrator. And for the next few minutes, I'll run through the some basic features here. We'll start with the this is the workspace that we have for the OpenBroadcaster. We have a media player where we can drag and drop our media from the media file here into the media player. We can do searches, simple searches by name, artist, title, word in the title, anything that comes to anything that will help you search for the track or artist that you're looking for. We also have an advanced search feature here, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But let's start with the first features here. So we've logged in, and with OpenBroadcaster, we have, like I say, we have a media library here. It says we have 78,000 plus media items. That's shows, that's tracks, that's segments, that's station IDs, that's all kinds of audio that we can upload. We can also upload video if you have this hooked up to a LCD screen, or if it's involved in a television station. And you can also upload pictures. And you would upload them through the media tab here on the navigation bar. Click upload media, and then you would select your files from whatever file folder you have here. It's like any particular any similar file search program. And from this, the files are uploaded into OpenBroadcaster, where again they show up here. The last ones that you upload here will be here, and you can put those into playlists, which I'll show you in a bit. So in order to create a show on Broadcaster, you would start a playlist. So I'm going to click New Playlist. You would name your playlist any particular show. If you have a rock show or some sort of political show or any sort of show. So I'm just going to put show here, so we can show where this comes up. I'll put the date, or 15, and the description is a the status gives it private or public. The private you can see if you put it to public, everybody can see it. I usually keep things on public so everybody can see what your playlist is. If it's under your name, nobody else can change it, or they can look at it, but they can't change anything. So I can just go over here. We'll just grab some media. There's this one here. And so like these ones here, I'm going to grab all these and put these in here. And then we can change media around, put them in a different order. We have station IDs that are already in our station, so we'll start at the top of the hour with a station ID, and we can put one in the middle, and put one in the middle. Okay. And you can see that the times of the tracks are set out here. And the duration is just over an hour. So if you have an hour-long show, it will cut it off after 60 minutes. So let's see. Let's just see if we can let's cut this one off here. Okay, we'll take this one off. Delete that one there. So it's 10 seconds over. So it might cut off the station ID here. So when I save that, oh, let's mark this private. So, sorry. Yeah, so there's some of the media in here has been marked as private. So we can't save it because it's somebody else's. So I'll clear this playlist. I can just clear it and start all over again. I'll go to something that I know that's mine, that I know that I've put up. And I'll just grab these guys. And this is how simple you can change and create playlists. I add my station IDs. Those are important to make sure your listeners are listening to your station. There we go. Move that up here. And it says it's 35 minutes over, so let's take out a few tracks here. There we go. So that's exactly 1 minute. So when I save that, it says playlist saved. And if I go over to the playlists here, it shows that our test show has showed up at the top. And again, if you want to search for it, show, and I'll hit enter, and there. So it shows up. So we can go back into it, edit it, or we'll move that here and save it again. So we have a playlist. Scheduling is very easy with OpenBroadcaster. I'll show you the schedule for our station here. We go down to the navigation bar at the bottom. We have schedule shows, schedule permissions, and priority broadcasts. We'll go to the schedule shows. And again, I'll go to our radio station here, CJUC. We have a 24-hour, 365-day-a-year playlist here. So it starts Sunday at 12 and goes to Saturday at 11. So for this test's sake, let's say that we have a spot open here at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. So I can take this show and I'll just drop it over. And it asks me where I want to put this show. So I'm manually inputting this. I'm going to do it one time. And I'm going to start it today, which is today's date. And the start time is going to be 7 o'clock. This is a 24-hour clock. So 1900 hours. And the duration of the show is 1 hour. And again, you can have the duration of show could be a very short show, a 30-minute show, or even a small segment to break in. But this is an hour-long show. And when we save it, it shows up into this spot here. And if I hover over it, it shows all the information. It shows my name. It shows what it's scheduled to play, the duration, who it was scheduled by. And the description is, of course, the description you write into the playlist. So that's the playlists. So that will play. So today is the Wednesday the 15th. And right now it's just before 12. So it's Yukon shows playing, and at 12 o'clock the Volunteer Yukon show will play, and at 7 o'clock tonight this will play if I keep this in here. And that's solid. If I wanted to set this for a weekly show, I could do a daily show if it was every day at that time, a weekly show monthly, and on and on. But today we're just going to do it the one time, and I'll save that again. So there you go. That show will play solid at that time. And again, you can go through as an administrator, and you can double click, and you can change different parameters for different shows as you build your schedule. Okay, so all right, there you go. So uploading media, I'm just wondering if we have any media here to upload. I uploaded some media earlier. Let let me just see what we have here. So I'm just going to take one of these. This is a local Yukon artist, case 3235, and I'll just highlight that. We can go over to open. This will show you the, as it uploads, it shows the uploading here. You could change the artist, the title. You can add the album if it's in an album, the year of the track. There's different categories for media that we have here in OpenBroadcaster. Like I say, images, music, sound effects, video. These are all categorized. These under different kinds of media. You have commercials, audio ad, image ad, or video ad. If your upload is a community event or priority broadcasts, lecture there's different genres for these. Public service announcements, show promotions, like something for instance, that test program or that test show we just put in. I could make a promotion for that show and upload it, and it will be put into rotation. Also, if you have an hour-long show, it will, or a podcast that you're rebroadcasting, you could set it as a complete show. If you're doing a show with just music, you can upload segments that will introduce your show. And last of all, we have station ID. Country, you have all the countries in the world. It's always important to add these things. I'm just going to see if we have Canada. We have Canada there. Language, again, all the languages have, and if you don't have these can always be added to with the administration control. And again, the genre. So this is a music track. The genre will be, I think this felt was electronic here. And if you are the actual artist, you can add copyright tag and approved. And again, with status, public and private, keep things public so everybody can see them. If they're private, nobody else can use the item. And the dynamic selection, which is something I'll quickly go through in a moment. So we're still waiting for this to come up, but what we'll do is we'll move on from here. Oh, sorry. Seem to have started to upload there. Let's try that. Oh, no. Sorry about that. Oh. Another way you can do this, you can upload, is you can actually upload from your Finder or from your, if you have a Windows machine, you just open up your file and you can actually drag and drop these into this section here and it'll open. So, and if it has an ID3 tag, which this one, it does. So the artist had put an ID3 tag, which is incorporated into the file. So the artist, the title, and the album is already put there. I know, for instance, that this was just put out, so 2015, and we'll quickly go through this. This just shows how quickly you can add tags to your, or add search parameters to your music. So I know that, for instance, that this does not have any language, so I'll just put not applicable. And again, electronic. So go down to electronic. You can add comments. I'll put local Yukon artist in here. Again, these are comments are searchable. The genres, languages, country, all these are searchable. So if you're going over to look for a track, you may know the artist name, but you may not know the title, or you know that it's a Yukon artist. You can actually search in this information you're putting in. And I'll make this public. And so I'll save that. So this is your playlist. If I go over to the media tab, so gives you an indication it's been saved. And I go right to the end here. Let's let this resolve. So here's the track we just put in. So from this, I can actually go down and edit that track. I can go in and add information, theme, and save that. So, and from there, I can go into my test show. I'll edit that, and I'll go to media, and I can just take this track and just upload it and drag it right here. There we go. Just drag it in, and that looks like an intro, so I'll put that as the first track. And again, I've added a 54-second track, so it's going to cut off after a minute. So you may have to juggle things back and forth. That's all a matter of just getting used to this. And I'll save that in there. So that will play first. Yeah. So the search for these tracks. So we just put this artist in case 235. So if I put in case 235, enter that track that I just put. Advanced. This is the advanced search feature. You can search by artist, title, album, year, all these different parameters you can look for. And the comments. So if I'm looking for oh geez, let's just look at here the band ELO. It contains ELO, but does not contain Beatles. And I'll add that. Artist does contain ELO. I'm adding this. These are search criteria, and when I search, it'll filter through those, and it'll give me a whole lot of. So I put in ELO. So anything that has ELO in it, ELO, comes up as a search parameter. So you can go back and you can filter through again. So it does not contain it'll change. It'll take out different things. So you can narrow down searches. And any searches you do, you create a history of them. So I can look. Okay, the album contained Magical Mystery Tour. These are all the ones for Magical Mystery Tour. I want to look at the grunge genre. These are all the ones that are in the grunge genre. And if they're not lined up, you can just hit artist or title, and it'll line them up in proper order. So these are this is CJUC. So these are shows that we have that are specifically for different people. So I have different shows. These can't be changed except by an administrator. And this helps if you're creating a playlist every week, and you want to. So I'm going to. So I've set one up for the Ginger Jam, which is a local jam in town here, and I'm going to. So this is the underlying template for permissions for our CJUC radio station. If I go to this, I want to schedule a show. And I looked at, so we're on the 15th, next Sunday. I know that there's on Sunday the 19th, the Ginger Jam show is here. And it doesn't have a show to play. I can go to the playlists. I can type in the Ginger Jam. I can go, okay, that's starting on the second series. And if I just drop it into the schedule, it gives me this, and it asks me, okay, so you're scheduled. I have permission to add to the Ginger Jam. So all I have to do is say, okay, that's the time and spot I want, and boom, it will automatically put it in there. So this is good if you have a lot of different users that you've set up times for them. They can just go in, they can search their files. They just have to drop into the schedule, and it'll suggest the time for their show, and they don't have to do a whole lot of work. The machine does all the work for them. So that's the scheduling. The administration, again, if you're just a user, you're not going to see all these things. But for an administrator, you have a whole bunch of different features and some tools that you can use here. These are a lot of the users for our radio station, and as you can see, for instance, this particular Adam has his email. It was created on this date. This is the last time they accessed it, and this is the permissions they have. And you can go in and edit this information as an administrator. Very strong permissions matrix for the OpenBroadcaster. As you can see, the administrator has availability to change and do everything. And again, these are being able to manage, create, upload, delete items. Upload, download, all the modify. You could add genres, these different things, and we have 3 different users: the administrator, the basic user, which will just basically allow you to look at stuff, upload stuff, and so you can create your own media, you can approve your own media, and you can create a show. You can't touch or alter any other shows. So that's good. Again, if you have a lot of volunteers, you can set up a basic volunteer. And again, you can add a new group. It's easy enough to add a new group, name it, and give them the permissions you need in your particular setting. Different modules. So we have a device map, OB. This particular module will allow you to transfer media from one installation to another with the proper permissions and passwords. There's an ad manager, so you can, and I'll just show you that in a second. You can set up ads to play at certain times, and you can set them up beforehand, and they give them an expiry date, so they will expire. We also have a vector graphics editor that you can do for slides if you're doing this if you're using OpenBroadcaster for a screen installation. You can create your own slides very easily with this. And then you have a tutorial. And we can so if I wanted to go through here into the player monitoring, I could set a date, for instance, say from the beginning of April to today, and I want to put the artist that we want to find out how many times a song has been played by an artist. Let's just, what was the name of that artist again? It's case 235, I think. 5. And data. And hopefully, oh, nothing here. Let's say, okay, let's say Has to be exact. So I'm going to take these filters out, add this one. About that, I know for sure that we have the Beatles. So we have a Beatles show on the weekend, so these are all the Beatles songs that have been played since the beginning of the month. Ad Manager is the so these are the settings that we've enabled ads or for these stations. And these are the different players that are playing. Again, these are different stations. And as an administrator, I can see more than you would normally see. And then this is just a splash screen you could add to the splash screen. The under the help, this will bring us to the wiki OpenBroadcaster.com, which is a lot of information about the technical requirements, how to install different things to do with OpenBroadcaster, and it grows as we add more stuff to it. So that's a quick overview. If you have any questions or comments, get a hold of us at openbroadcaster.com and we can answer your questions. If you have any comments about this webinar, you can send comments there too. We're probably going to have this webinar on a weekly basis. So if you miss something or you want to see something, get a hold of us and we can add this to the webinar. And I think that's it for now. Thanks for participating in this OpenBroadcaster webinar. And like I say, go to openbroadcaster.com and check out the webpage. And if you have any comments or questions, you can leave them there. My name is Bill Polanski, and I'll talk to you later.